Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of GWA Supercharged. We're proud to be coming to you live from the Grand Ballroom in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am Joe Davis. Thank you for joining us. And it appears we're going to be starting the evening with the heavyweight champion of the world and one half of the new World's Tag Team Champions.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 507 pounds, the Coalition.
Owen Gerald Sexton successfully retained the World's Heavyweight title last Sunday, and the Eliminators, Vince Dixon and Cliff Russell, defeated the Pitbulls to become the new World's Tag Team Champions. Vince Dixon not out here. I understand that he will have a singles matchup later on tonight, so he must be in the bag preparing for that. But it looks like the Coalition has something to say, so we're going to send it onto the ring. We're going to listen in. Well, a new member of the Coalition. Oh my goodness!
From Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 240 pounds, L.A. Knight.
Well, the Coalition has a major acquisition, it appears. It's L.A. Knight. L.A. Knight is here in Las Vegas. L.A. Knight is here in Global Wrestling Alliance. And L.A. Knight, evidently, is the newest member of the Coalition. What an acquisition for Owen Gerald Sexton and the Coalition. So the Coalition going to add someone else to their ranks. Who's it going to be? Why am I not surprised?
From Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 169 pounds, Don Holmes.
Arguably the greatest manager in the history of Global Wrestling Alliance has now had his managerial services paid for by the Coalition. Don Holmes is now the manager of the Coalition. That brings their ranks to 5 members. The heavyweight champion of the world, Owen Gerald Sexton. The World Tag Team Champions, Cliff Russell and Vince Dixon, the Eliminators. And just moments ago, they brought LA Knight into the fold. And now joining them as the management of the Coalition is none other than Don Holmes himself. The Coalition, no doubt, becoming the superpower here in Global Wrestling Alliance. Well, I gotta tell you, things are not looking good for the rest of Global Wrestling Alliance. But for our action tonight, Homeless Bob is set to take on Aleksander Sokolov in one-on-one action. We will see a new tag team in action as Whitney Duncan and Lacey Evans take on the Iconics. We have one half of the number 1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles in Grand Metalik taking on Vince Dixon of the Eliminators. And in our main event, LA Knight is issuing an open challenge to anyone in the locker room. Who will answer the call? We will find out later tonight. But first, and coming up next, our opening bout, Gavin Briggs is set to go one-on-one with Kalisto.
California, weighing in at 215 pounds,
Gavin Briggs has not had things go his way over the past several weeks and maybe even a couple months. He wants to start turning things around. He wants people to believe in him still. But right now, he is not showing the promise that he did when he first arrived on the scene here in Global Wrestling Alliance. A victory over Kalisto will certainly start moving him in the direction that he wants to go. But time will tell if he can gain that victory or not. Gavin Briggs is ready for action, and here comes his opponent.
And his opponent, representing Lucha House Party from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 168 pounds, Kalisto!
Along with Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado of Lucha House Party, here comes Kalisto. Kalisto challenging Chris Vandiver for the United States Heavyweight title less than a week ago at Holiday Havoc right here in this very building. Was unsuccessful in claiming the United States Heavyweight title for his own. So Chris Mad Dog Vandiver, still the United States Heavyweight Champion here in Global Wrestling Alliance. Kalisto having to work his way back up the ladder, and the first rung of that ladder is Gavin Briggs. And listen to this crowd already getting behind Kalisto. The bell sounds and we're underway, and a block by Kalisto. Kalisto with several strikes and a block from Kalisto. No, turned around, waist locks him, and a wrestling takedown by Gavin Briggs. He's going to want to do that. He's going to want to ground his opponent, Kalisto, the faster of the two. The high-flying lucha libre style of Kalisto could pose a problem for any opponent, Gavin Briggs included. So he's going to want to keep him grounded throughout the entirety of this matchup. Kalisto battling back here with several blows. Backs Briggs right up into the corner. And up on the top rope, and look at this agility by Kalisto with a head scissors takedown, sends him across the ring, the rolling senton, the cover, could be all right here, 1, 2, no. Only a 1 this time for Kalisto. And already in the first few minutes of our broadcast, we have seen the coalition grow its ranks from 3 to 5 with the addition of LA Knight and Don Holmes. We will see LA Knight in action later on tonight in our main event. It's an open challenge. Wait a minute. Gavin Briggs on the outside. I don't know what he's doing. And he got an Insigirki to the temple for his trouble. And Kalisto in control of this matchup at the moment. Kalisto with the springboard and the head scissors. Hurricanrana to the outside. Impressive as always. The flashy style of Kalisto really appreciated by our fans here in Las Vegas. And Briggs sent back into the ring, and Kalisto on the apron. He's got something in mind here. Springboard and missed. Sidestepped by Gavin Briggs, and Briggs with the backbreaker. Gavin Briggs now going to work on the high flyer. Once again, Gavin Briggs needs to do this. These are illegal close fists, mind you, but he needs to keep Kalisto grounded if he's going to have a chance here tonight. And look at this. We've seen this many times. Crosses the legs and drives them into the canvas. Here's the cover. 1, 2, got it. And no, a 2 count for Gavin Briggs. But working on the legs, that's a very sound strategy for Gavin Briggs against the luchador. And he may be going for it here. Kicked away by Kalisto. Is going to go for the modified sharpshooter. And look at this. Are you kidding me? Kalisto now going upstairs. And Kalisto down with a seat of senton and across the ring, off the ropes, ducks under the clothesline. Look at Kalisto go with a crossbody. And now off the rope, sends him across, and look at this, rolls through, and the Insigirki right to the side of the head Look at Kalisto go. Building momentum here in this opening bout of Supercharged. The Salida del Sol. 1, 2, got him. Kalisto with the Salida del Sol captures the victory here tonight on Supercharged. A big victory for Kalisto, but once again, Gavin Briggs finds defeat yet again. Kalisto extending the hand, and that is sportsmanship at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. That's what GWA is all about. Well, coming up next, we have tag team action as the Iconics set to take on the new team of Whitney Duncan and Lacey Evans, known as Power and Glory.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, the Iconics.
The Iconics making their way to the ring, looking to spoil this first outing for Power and Glory, and looking to build some momentum, trying to get back into the hunt for the GWA Women's World Tag Team title, still currently held by Io Shirai and Saray, the Spitfire Warriors. Gotta believe that a victory here tonight for either one of these teams will get them one step closer to that title shot for the GWA Women's World Tag Team titles. It's what it's all about in the Tag Team Women's Division. Here come the opponents.
And their opponents, Whitney Duncan and Lacey Evans, Power and Glory.
Whitney Duncan and Lacey Evans joining forces a couple of nights ago at Holiday Havoc. They have teamed before in the past, Whitney Duncan wanting to make themselves an official tag team and go for the gold. Lacey Evans thought that was a great idea, so they shook hands on it, made it official, and they are now here in Global Wrestling Alliance in the Women's Tag Team Division as Power and Glory. Let's see how well they do and how far they can go as a unit. Whitney Duncan going to be starting things off with Peyton Royce. The bell sounds, we're underway. Peyton Royce, for some reason, waist locks the referee. I don't know if she was trying to use him as a shield against Whitney Duncan. Not happening. Whip to the far side, and the headbutt to the midsection, and the big high heel combat boot right to the face. One, and only a one this time for Whitney Duncan. Duncan starting things off, and draped over the top rope like a towel over a clothesline. And Duncan in control, sending Royce to the corner. Tag, Lacey Evans, now legal. Whip to the far side. Double super kicks with the high heel combat boots, but Peyton Royce right near her corner will make the tag. A duck under. Peyton Royce, Billy Kay unable to connect. And look at Evans, standing moonsault. One, and only a one for Evans. So far, Power and Glory coming out of the gate very strong, and the DDT by Evans on, and still only a one. Billy Kay with the kick out. I am very, very curious to know who plans on answering the open challenge of LA Knight later on tonight. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but it worked. We have so many competitors in the back that I am sure that would love to spoil the first outing for LA Knight here on Supercharged in Las Vegas, Nevada. But Billie Kay currently ruining the night, the first outing for Duncan and Evans. I can't hear if she's saying anything. Might be talking a little bit of smack there in the face of Lacey Evans. Pulls her out of the corner the hard way. And Billie Kay now with the Boston Crab. Lacey Evans is in trouble. She's scratching. She's clawing. She's dragging her way to the ropes. Can she make it, or will she have to submit? She's trying desperately to get to the ropes. And finally able to break the hold. And a dive and a tag. Peyton Royce once again legal. And now Lacey Evans having to fight off both members of the Iconics. She's caught there in the corner. And Evans now with Billie Kay gonna send her over the top into the floor. And look at Lacey Evans go. Is she fired up tonight or what? Peyton Royce now sent to the far side in the corner of Power and Glory. Tag, and Whitney Duncan is legal. Sent to the far side and a double back body drop. Do you see the elevation? Here's the cover. One. And still only a one. What does Power and Glory have to do to secure victory tonight? There's the knockdown by Peyton Royce. Slams the back of her head into the canvas, blowing her a kiss and pays for it. Whitney Duncan made her pay for the arrogance and sent to the corner. And look at this, to the far side, full head of steam, and missed it. Got her foot caught up. There's the crossbody by Royce. Peyton Royce going to use this opportunity to make the tag. In comes Billie Kay. Billie Kay needs to get right on top of Whitney Duncan, keep the pressure on, and Duncan able to avoid that. There's the block and a shot by Kay. Another block by Duncan. Look at this, right down on the back of her head. Cover, but the foot under the bottom rope creates the rope break. And kick to the midsection, a sliding knee right into the rib cage. Another stiff kick right to the ribs. And Billie Kay now with a shot to the midsection, and here comes Kay. Billie Kay now taking Duncan to the corner, and Duncan now fighting out of the corner. Drop kick. Turns her attention to Royce. Drop kick sends her to the floor. Nasty landing. Whitney Duncan now hooks her up. We gonna say it. Slam Duncan. The cover. 1, 2, 3. And the victory for Power and Glory. Whitney Duncan would not give up. Had to fight off both members of the Iconics for a moment. Hits the Slam Duncan and gains the victory.
Here are your winners, Whitney Duncan and Lacey Evans, Power and Glory.
Well, an impressive first outing as an official team for Lacey Evans and Whitney Duncan as Power and Glory. This team looks like they have a lot of potential. We'll see in the coming weeks how far they will go. Coming up next, our next bout, we are about to see the Russian gladiator, Aleksander Sokolov, taking on Bob.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by
there's a part of me that feels like I need to apologize. I don't sound too enthused when Bob comes out to the ring, but I gotta say, I must admit, over the past several weeks, he has looked very impressive against several opponents. But here comes the Russian Gladiator.
And his opponent, accompanied by Maria Sokolov from St. Petersburg, Russia, weighing in at 260 pounds, the Russian Gladiator, Aleksander Sokolov.
Aleksander Sokolov, the Russian Gladiator, will prove to be Bob's toughest adversary yet. A former heavyweight champion of the world is the Russian Gladiator, Aleksander Sokolov. Set to do battle here tonight. Can Bob overcome this obstacle, or will Aleksander Sokolov be a roadblock? The bell sounds and we're underway. Lock up center of the ring, and Sokolov start things out by sending Bob to the corner. Bob with an elbow, caught him flush right in the mouth. And here comes Sokolov, a reversal again by Bob. I still don't know if we have seen the full potential of the man we know as Homeless Bob. He is a large athlete. I don't even know if he can... I mean, is he an athlete? I'm not sure if he's had any real professional training. 1, 2, and a 2 count for Bob in the early going. But he is a large individual, over 300 plus pounds. He is a large man. He has strength. He doesn't have much in the department of finesse. But he can hurt you, no doubt about that, and he uses that weight to his advantage. He uses it in unorthodox ways, but it works nonetheless. But at the moment, Aleksander Sokolov is in control. Shots right to the face of Bob. Sergio Dandelinger on the outside, trying to give him encouragement. The short arm clothesline nearly takes his head off. 1, 2, got him. No. Bob able to get the kick out at the very last moment. That was 2 9/10. Aleksander Sokolov in the driver's seat. And what a shot! Caught Bob right in the face. Bob right back up to his feet. Sokolov grabs hold of him again, and look at the strength, but Bob with some well-placed elbows catching Sokolov right in the mush. And there's the strength of Bob with the gorilla press gutbuster. He's choking him. I can't say that that's okay. Steps over him using that 300 plus pounds that we've talked about. There's a leg drop. And Bob now going to move all of that weight and drops another leg. Gonna go for the cover. That could be all. 1. It's still only a 1. And Bob can't believe that. And look at those fans in the front row. They are absolutely stunned. They can't believe it either. Stiff shot right to the spine of Sokolov. Sokolov back up to his feet and just slaps the taste right out of his mouth. Couple of headbutts right to the left shoulder joint. And Homeless Bob, so far being able to hold his own against a former world's heavyweight champion. Bob with a shot, Sokolov with a shot. A knee strike, and once again up, and Bob with another reversal. And now Maria Sokolov shouted something at Bob, causing the distraction, and now Sokolov going to take advantage, hangs him up like last week's wash. Down with a double stomp right into the midsection. give the assist to the wife of the Russian gladiator, Maria Sokolov. Because now Aleksander is in full control. And as I say that, sweeps the legs. Sokolov back up to his feet, a block, and look at that! Runs through him like a Mack truck, and there's the senton! That's what I'm talking about, using that weight to his advantage. It's not pretty, but it's effective. Hard whip into the corner. Wait a minute. We've seen this before. Bob on the middle rope. Comes down with the avalanche. Cover. Will that be enough? 1, 2, and it is. How about that? Bob off the middle rope with the avalanche. Enough to put away the Russian gladiator, Aleksander Sokolov. What a victory!
Here is your winner, Bob!
Well, I said it before, I'll say it again. I will admit, Bob being very impressive as of late. Another impressive victory here tonight on Supercharged. Ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to announce our next major event. We hope you join us on Sunday, December 31st, as Global Wrestling Alliance presents the New Year's Bash. But that's not all. We are also pleased to announce the second annual International Wrestling Invitational, coming to you live from Tokyo, Japan on Sunday, January the 14th. Some big events planned for Global Wrestling Alliance, and well, we are being joined now by the Women's World Champion, the superstar Halie Nolan.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Peter from Hollywood, California, the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, the superstar Halie Nolan.
We saw Peter Birchfield back there. He is the assistant and designer for Halie Nolan, and if he's the one that came up with this look, he ought to be ashamed of himself. If this young lady thinks that she actually looks good like this, somebody needs to just speak up and tell her that she is a beautiful young lady. She doesn't need to be doing all of this, but she's got something to say, so I guess we're going to listen. Hold on, the Women's World Champion being interrupted, and it's Dean Parker. Well, what an announcement. More talent coming to GWA. Well, coming up next, we have two talented athletes going to go at it. Grand Metalik set to square off with Vince Dixon.
Weighing in at 175 pounds, Grand Metalik.
Earlier this evening, we saw Kalisto gain a little momentum for the Lucha House Party. Grand Metalik would love to continue that and also gain some momentum heading into an eventual World Tag Team title match with the Eliminators, with a victory over Vince Dixon right here tonight.
And his opponent, representing the Eliminators, from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 259 pounds, one half of the Global Wrestling Alliance World Tag Team Champions, Vince Dixon.
Vince Dixon making his way down to the ring for singles action. One half of the World Tag Team Champions, the Eliminators, and part of a growing, what I'm going to be considering a major problem here in Global Wrestling Alliance, and I'm referencing the Coalition. We've seen their ranks grow right here tonight at the top of the broadcast, and that can only spell bad news for the rest of the Global Wrestling Alliance locker room. But tonight, Vince Dixon has to contend with the Lucha Libre Grand Metalik. They are set to go. There's the bell. And Metalik now sending Dixon to the corner to start things off. And look at this. What a shot. And Metalik, top rope. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Lucha Libre style arm drag. And already going for the high risk. Didn't hit it. And Vince Dixon going to use that opportunity to get out of dodge and really stall the momentum Grand Metalik was trying to build. Metalik got a shot right there from Dixon, but Dixon swipes that away, and what a shot! Here's the cover, 1, 2, I figure that could have just knocked Grand Metalik right out, and that time he missed it. Metalik rolls through, completely avoids the contact, and Metalik trying to battle back here and get things going his way, and again, wraps up the arm, and look at this. And up, and another arm drag, deep arm drag, Lucha Libre style. Got his leg caught, and the dragon screw by Dixon. And so far, neither one of these athletes, look at this, and look at that, he got caught. Dixon buries the foot right into the lower abdominal region. And neither one of these athletes able to get a true advantage at the early going. It's been back and forth between these two. Already turning into one hell of a matchup. And look at this, the sunset bomb by Grand Metalik. Here's the cover. 1, and still only a 1 for Metalik. And again, the springboard moonsault, high elevation, but crashed and burned yet again. Dixon went to drop the knee for a second time, didn't hit it. Look at this. No, he got caught. The strength from Dixon turning that into a power bomb. Very impressive. And Dixon now backing Metalik up into the corner. Down on the mat, and look at this. And down with a splash. Vince Dixon now in control of the situation. Another stiff kick right to the spine, lower back area. And there's an elbow a knee strike by Metalik. And Dixon catches him with a high elevation drop kick. Drops the elbow right into the sternum. Still to come, the open challenge from the newest member of the GWA roster, LA Knight, a member of the coalition. Who will answer the challenge? We are going to find out in a few more minutes. And Metalik with the rolling senton off the top, springboard style. 1, 2, I thought he got him. I thought he got him. But the right shoulder of Vince Dixon comes up off the canvas, means that it was only a 2. He went for it. That's got to be about the 3rd time he's attempted that. Vince Dixon has had it scouted each and every time. Dixon, however, sent, look at this, over the top and the splash on the floor. Metalik constantly throwing caution to the wind. Most of the time it has paid off. Luckily for him, an armbar on the outside. I don't think the submission's going to work on the outside of the ring here, but nonetheless, he's trying to wear Dixon down. Vince Dixon, shots right to the face, is going to break the hold. There's a shot by Metalik right into the glutes. The official counting him down. He's up to 4. Metalik sending Dixon over near the guardrail. In and out. That's going to break the count. And Dixon now sending Metalik into the guardrail. Vince Dixon now with Metalik. Look at this. What's he going to do? Back suplex into the guardrail. I got to believe that Metalik is regretting sending Vince Dixon out there now because he's paying for it. The official up to 4, but both combatants back in the ring. And Vince Dixon slams him down, plants him. And Vince Dixon now with the cover. Wait, no, he's got the foot on the rope. 2, and no, he nearly steals this one. Couldn't do it. Vince Dixon with the feet on the rope tried to steal it. A reversal now by Dixon. Kick to the midsection. Up, down, plants him with a powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. That's it. What a matchup between these two. But when it was all said and done, the powerbomb by Vince Dixon was enough to put Grand Metalik away. Vince Dixon victorious here tonight over Grand Metalik. And wait a minute, here comes Cliff Russell. Oh, this isn't good. This looks like a 2-on-1 situation possibly here. Cliff Russell now with Metalik. He's just going to toss him. He's just going to toss him outside. A show of the disrespect by the Eliminators and the Coalition. And speaking of the Coalition, it is now time for our main event as LA Knight issues his open challenge. Who's going to answer the call? We're about to find out.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Don Fools, representing the Coalition from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 240 pounds, LA Knight.
LA Knight a rising star in the world of professional wrestling. Got a call from our heavyweight champion of the world, the Blueprint, Owen Gerald Sexton, and now he is here in Las Vegas. He is here in Global Wrestling Alliance looking to make his mark. And siding with the coalition is certainly a way to do that. Who is the opponent? Oh my!
And his opponent from Eugene, Oregon, weighing in at 168 pounds, Lightning Kid Justin Reed.
Well, Justin Reed, the Lightning Kid, will answer the open challenge of LA Knight. And LA Knight never faced Justin Reed before. And then, wait a second! What the hell? LA Knight taking advantage of the situation! Well, just what the hell would you expect out of somebody that's a part of the coalition? Assaulting Justin Reed before the bell even rings. There's a jawbreaker. And we know that Justin Reed is, oh, well, they just got the neck breaker. But he can take a lot of punishment. He's one of the most resilient athletes in Global Wrestling Alliance. And I'm sure LA Knight is more than willing to put that resiliency to the test. There's the shoulder block. And Reed trying to battle back here. LA Knight with the power slam. LA Knight attacking Justin Reed before the bell still hasn't rung, as a matter of fact. The bell still has not sounded. This match is still not official yet. And at this point, if it were me, I'd be throwing this match out. I would say that this was not going to be a match. We need to get some security down here. We need to break this up. This was not even fair on the part of LA Knight. Justin Reed, nonetheless, we're seeing that resiliency now. Battling back and taking it to LA Knight. And normally that would not be legal, but again, this match is not official. The reversal by LA Knight. And now, Knight going after the left leg of the Lightning Kid, Justin Reed. LA Knight drops him with a DDT. My goodness! Something somehow just split Justin Reed wide open, and that's not gonna help. Again, this match is unofficial at this point. Justin Reed is bleeding all over the place. He's been split wide open. He's being taken apart by LA Knight. Look at this. Turns it into a swinging neck breaker. LA Knight taking his liberties with Justin Reed. This is getting hard to watch. Where the hell's the security? Can anybody hear me back there or what? What the hell? Well, there's an official. LA Knight telling him to get in the ring, and the official's going to ring the bell. What the hell is that all about? Well, here's the cover. 1, 2. It's over. It's not over. It's not over. Justin Reed kicks out, and LA Knight getting right in the face of the official. He is not happy about that one bit. Reed going to try to take advantage. Couldn't do it. And LA Knight with him on the shoulders now, drops him with a neck breaker. High elevation on that one too. And LA Knight was set to prove that he is here for a reason. I think he's proving that very thing right now. Down, face first into the canvas, spikes him, 2, 3. And that's it for Justin Reed. Well, LA Knight issued the open challenge. He attacked Justin Reed before the bell. He spikes him and he gains the victory.
Here is your winner, L.A. Knight.
I sure as hell hope he's proud of himself. LA Knight putting Chris Vandiver on notice. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Supercharged. Join us next week as we present our 100th event. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.